Wow, Dan. Dan's big.
No, well, that's not comfortable to stand there.
Hey, Internet! Internet. I'm Chaz.
And I'm Dan. This is Wine is Serious Business, episode 91. We're down at Willamette Wine Storage today. Our friend Beau is back in town from California, checking the place out. He might be a local before too long.
October. Fingers crossed, everyone.
So, again, we'll drop his name. He writes Beau's Barrel Room. Great blog, good photos, good writing. Check it out.
6 readers now. 6 people read the blog. So I'm at 6. This is big. I think last
time. Way more than comment on our videos.
Well, last time I think I was at 4 when we shot a video. So this is good. 6 people. I thank you all. 6 of you. You're awesome. I love you.
What are we drinking today?
Oregon Pinot Noir. So.
Yes.
I keep it on point.
You do. That's you're focused. You're dedicated.
I'm the taskmaster. Drink some wine.
Yeah, we're drinking Oregon Pinot Noir. We've got one that I'm familiar with, one that Beau's familiar with, and one that none of us have tried, but has been a favorite of ours for quite some time. So we'll start out with that one. Evesham Grive Bleue. Chaz, what do you think of it?
Consecutively, year to year, it's one of my favorite $20 Pinots. 2007, we put it in our top 10. I think both of us did. At least I did. 2007 was amazing. 2008 is drinking really good. And 2009, this will be the first time I've tasted it, but it's the younger vines from the Lepuit Vineyard, which Evesham is famous for. It's their estate vineyard. And
what's the availability like on this? How easy is this to get for people?
It's a pretty low production. Okay. I want to say
So call the winery.
Yes, but right now it is available almost everywhere.
Okay.
Like the shipments are out and the wines are hitting stores.
I'm pretty confident that even in 3 or 4 months it'll be gone.
Okay. Right.
It usually goes pretty fast.
It goes pretty quickly because the wines the vines are coming of age at this point. The wines that they produce are fantastic.
Solid stuff.
Let's drink it up.
This is bright red colors in the glass right away.
Gorgeous.
Getting like baked cherries, a little bit on the nose there.
Yeah, a little stewed. Strong, like full on, full rose.
Yeah,
sort of
maybe
very full, like in your face. It's very strong.
It really kind of comes out of the glass.
A little like red tea, like rooibos, something like that. A little bit of
exotic.
Yeah.
Hey.
What?
That's all right. That's all right.
I'm liking. I get
we have one off the camera.
A little bit of a hint of chalky soil too that's coming through with me. And
there's definite minerality in these wines. I think Evesham wood always sort of hits that like this sort of gravel road component that I get a lot of the wines.
Nice.
Muddy. Sometimes they call it muddy gear.
Yeah, a little damp, muddy road going.
Yeah.
Definitely more full structure than some of the other ones I've had. Definitely you can tell like it's an early release. You get some bright fruit right away, and the tannins are really settling in the middle of the palate.
And the fruit pops too once you swallow it. I mean, it's like
my first up structure it's
very
just
strong.
Wonderful on this. Very nice structure. The tannin, the acid tannin balance is really coming through in this kind of wines.
And they tend to make wines like that.
That fruit, that kind of core of fruit, right in the middle of your mouth.
Totally.
Just great ripeness. I think you're on the vein with that cherry. That's
cherry
preserve or something.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, this is quite nice.
Just a hint of citrus zest as well, but not like some of the grapefruity, sort of strong grapefruity flavors we get in some other Pinots. This is definitely more tending more towards the red fruit. And man, the structure here is just nice. Like this lends us a pretty ageable wine, I think. And
there's
no heat.
Little oak going on too. I'm getting a little bit of, like I would like to see what their percentage is on the new American oak. I get a little vanilla cream, a hint on the finish. It just kind of carries through very nicely on my palate. But it's not overwhelming. It's not out of balance. It seems to blend in,
wine.
and it lends an elegance in the sharp cherries and all the elements come together really nicely in this wine.
So I'm liking the flavors. Wrap it up. I'm liking the flavors. Good fruit. The structure's really there. To me, I really want to age it. You know, if I've got a couple of bottles of this, and I'm not going to touch it the next one for I think 6 months. So I'm going to go 87 plus now, and almost 100% guaranteed that it's going to improve 6 months, a year down the road. Looking forward to it.
Yeah. 88 plus for me. I feel a little bit better about it.
More alley, yeah.
But man, it's delicious. It's full, and man, just like Dan said, this is a more ageable Grive Bleue that I would give at least 2 to 3 years, and you're really going to have a beautiful wine. I think once that goes. But go ahead.
I think I agree completely. A couple of years down the road, I think this is going to be just beautiful and classy. Right now, I'm a B plus. I guess to weight it on your scale, it's about 87 plus, 88 minus for me. I think it's got potential. I think it's going to be awesome. It just needs a little time, and that's maybe a hallmark of really quality juice.
Yeah, and
especially Willamette or Oregon wines, they seem to need some time.
True, true. And if you ever have the Le Puy Sec Pinot Noir from Evesham wood, man, that is a beast on release. Like,
It beast. And what are your
structure-wise?
Like a tannic monster for
Tannic
Pinot,
monster.
acidity, just optimized. Okay.
Well, it's like drinking young Burgundy.
Yeah. Okay.
Almost.
So you're getting like vibrant acid that almost overwhelms.
Really, really
young
bright red
Burgundies.
fruit, but almost a touch of it.
Yeah.
Like it structures the overwhelming everything.
And not like
mutes,
it's offensive, but you're just like.
Well, mutes the other
Yeah.
flavors
Right.
almost to it. It beats them into submission, and there's no time for that to develop.
Yeah. Like the 08 Le Puy Sec, which is a brilliant wine. It needs at least 5 years. Like it's so strong right now. Structural.
And that, again, that's another thing. That's a Burgundy. That's Burgundy. So you got to give them some time to settle out, and then
Made that way intentionally. So segues beautifully into this. So Domaine, Drouhin, Oregon, right? Kind of a Burgundian producer, started out their American estate. I get a lot of their wines specifically to age. I consider them one of the producers that makes wines that age really well. In a lot of cases, they're willing to make sacrifices on the flavor on immediate release to make the wines really beautiful as they age. And so this one really popped out when I tried it. It's the 2009 Willamette Valley. In contrast to what I was just talking about, this is just delicious right out of the gate for me when I've had it before. And so I thought it'd be a good one to put on the show. It's going to be all over the place on markets pretty soon.
Yeah.
So
this is a large distribution.
yeah.
Right.
It's
everywhere.
It's available all over the place. Have you had this one?
I haven't had the other one. My first
so
time.
we have had this one. I've tried that one too.
Yeah.
So
nice.
we both have had this, and the Drouhin, I mean, it is a French producer. He comes over here and he did do some stuff over here, and he's doing a great job over here.
Yep.
But
his daughter is.
his daughter.
Yeah.
And you know, for what he's doing in France too, if you look at his French wines, they are still considered a great value for what you're buying in France.
It's delicious. Some of them.
Phenomenal wines, and he doesn't use that huge markup that you see in Burgundy a lot, which detracts from a lot of people who want to enjoy Burgundy but can't afford it. And so,
100%.
Drouhin, you seek out that label, and you know you're getting the quality, the pedigree, but without a huge associated markup. So that's one thing I actually respect, and I really, really liked. I really like respecting that quality of a winemaker and a winery. So
Very honorable.
This is really pleasing on the nose.
This
Really
is
good. It's just
this
really
is
nice.
good.
You just
juice.
get into the fruit right away.
Phenomenal.
Yeah,
juice.
it's just all strawberry and cherry fruit, a little bit of the bramble or like the greenness.
Totally. I was just going there.
Yeah.
A little stem on the strawberry.
A little stemmy. I get a hint of a funky earth too. I'm just getting that. Just it's
really good.
It's dancing around really beautifully. So
Totally. Yeah. Strawberries on a dusty field.
On a dusty.
I mean, I know where this is from, but this almost hints at Dundee Hills.
Totally.
It's sort of like the redness of the fruit.
It comes from big red or dusty red earth.
So Dundee Hills is that there is a dusty element to it. There is
Dusty red earth,
a red earth,
fruit.
an iron-rich soil, and then the red fruits.
Delicious.
And Dundee Hills
Smells amazing. It smells amazing. Just absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
And it delivers on another one of the things I love about the Dundee Hills. It's just that smooth, clean across the palate, really well made wine. Those strawberry flavors, they're like full, ripe, good and dark, and a little bit of the seeds on there. They deliver in spades with the structure coming in late.
Too. That seed, great. That is money. That's
This
the
has
seed.
got more structure to it than the 08, which is surprising to me.
This is phenomenal for the price.
This is really good.
Yeah.
And this is suggested retailing.
35.
Mid-30s or something like that.
30.
Yeah.
And now this one though just was released to Wine Club only so far.
So, but I asked them about that because I want to do it in a show. So I think July is when.
Okay,
it's
so we
gonna
can
be
look for this
out.
July.
Yep.
Good, your good local wine stores, which again we talk about supporting them.
Yep.
They will have this in July.
Yep. And if they don't have it on hand, they can get it.
Yeah,
Pretty much anywhere in the country. Yeah.
This is.
Man, long.
Yeah.
Oh no!
Good.
This is
really good.
For the price. This is drinking what I would expect, or even a little better.
And we talk a lot about, like, if you're not from the area, like a good way to, like, what's Oregon wine about? This would be a great bottle to go pick up. And
You're going to
like,
see this on restaurant lists everywhere.
Yep. Great way to check out some Oregon Pinot Noir. Really enjoyable.
Absolutely.
And again, the structure is here. Great tannin, great acid.
This is what I would purchase to age. The 08, I couldn't find myself purchasing it based on an ageability standpoint because it was just the fruit was stronger.
So it was like
the
right
acidity-
here, right now.
Yeah,
Drink it.
I think the 08 was drinking better on release. Like
Wow.
this,
I totally
this-
disagree, but that's where it's at.
So what?
Man,
what
this
so
is, I think this is
the
good.
08 was drinking better on release, but what do you think? I mean, what,
And I look
less
forward
strong
to
acids,
aging.
less strong acids,
Okay.
less strong
Okay.
tannins.
Yeah.
For me, anyway.
I didn't have the 08. but I had the 07,
Sure.
which melted my face off.
That's pretty good.
Which was one of the ones that I hit on, and I still have some, thankfully.
Nice.
That I have
Smelter. You got that from Dubstep.
Yeah.
No, I knew this before. This was before Roscoe and dubstep. Before you corrupted my music taste. No, but the 07 was phenomenal. The 07, I think, was phenomenal juice.
It's a good one.
Ageable.
Yep.
And I think it's only going to get better in 10 years. It's going to be hallmark what I want in Willamette. This, I think, this is a sipper right now.
It's got the acidity to age, but I have a hard time aging it. The flavors are just...
It's so right.
Compelling.
It's
so good right
And
now.
the flavors hit you on the entry right away. You just
Raspberries
get
and cherries, just
raspberries.
full on.
Oh,
Lots of seeds. Man, it's just... The tannins are... The structure on this is very strong. Very strong. It's balanced.
It's full. It
It's
delivers.
structurally a full wine, I think.
But man, another one where I'm like, man, 3 to 5 years on this is going to just...
I would argue you
cherry.
could do that, but you can also drink it right
Yeah, you
now.
can
And
drink
just,
it right
and you know, maybe this would, we opened this, what, 20 minutes ago?
Yeah.
So this could...
It's
do
going to
from a
warm up.
decant.
It's going to open more.
Give us a decant, so that's
I'm
great.
setting time. Dan, score.
What the heck? 91 minus. I'm really feeling
Nice.
it right now.
You know what? What do you...
90 points. It's delicious.
92 plus on me. I'm enjoying the right here, right now, somewhat hedonistic factor a lot right now, and I just respect this. 92
no
plus.
question.
This is an A minus, but a high minus, almost an A for me. So phenomenal.
Since 06,
Yeah.
for me, my favorite from 2006 to 2009. This is my favorite.
Wow.
Nice.
Nice.
So,
All right.
Well done, guys. On to wine number 3. I don't know anything about this. You
Okay,
so top.
this is, I was on the Oregon coast, traveling up and down it with my friend Becky, and she's a native of Oregon, so she knows. We were in Depot Bay, and this is the westernmost winery in the United States. On the mainland. Because Chaz is exactly right. So this was an 06. It's a Willamette Valley fruit. And I tasted it in the tasting room, and I thought it was an interesting wine. So I figured, oh, let's buy a bottle. And when the opportunity arose tonight to taste Pinots, I said, well, let me just pull it out and let's just try it. Instead of taking it back to San Diego and screwing around with that, give it a shot. I want to see what it's about. It has this, it's called a sea air fermentation, or salt air fermentation, because he does ferment literally on the coast. His barrel room is on the coast, like 100 yards from the beach.
That's cool stuff. And while it is a 2006, this is a current release, right? You can walk into the winery
06, he's got 05 and 06, or 03 and 06, I believe. But this is available right now.
13.5 alcohol.
13.5,
Nice.
and this is retailing at about 36 a bottle. So.
I think it was 05.
Okay. Yeah, that's right. So I got corrected, thankfully. It's 05 and 06 Pinots are available.
Pretty reasonable price there, too.
Yeah.
It is. It hits, reasonable factor, and I liked it in the tasting room.
Nice.
That bottle had been open a while, but I wanted to see what it would do now. So.
And I've heard of them, but I've never tasted their wines before, so I'm excited to check it out.
Here.
A little bit of cranberry on the nose, I think.
Like a Thanksgiving cranberry sauce, like the sauce that you would use almost.
Almost getting like a pork pate or something.
Wow.
Like some sort of meat pate.
A meat product.
I can see that.
Yeah.
The richness. You know what? It maybe the bottle is showing it, but I'm definitely getting a little sea air.
There's a little bit of rich meatiness along with the red fruit.
Like a jerkiness or a cooked?
No. We're talking pate,
like a rich, fatty, delicious, hedonistic.
Yep.
I like it.
It smells
It
really
smells
good.
nice.
Really
Smells
nice.
really
I
nice.
was really happy with the nose.
Savory. That's delicious. Smells nice.
The age is serving it well, man. The structure's really leveled out. Oh, I love it. You get a great pop of acidic fruit on the back end.
This
is
is
just
on
delicious.
Point. I thought it was on point too. I
Yeah.
think our palates are lining up. I was really happy with this wine.
Yeah.
It's just got the lip smacking acidity. It's got beautiful, like a cherry cranberry kind of thing going on. He uses Hungarian oak.
Okay,
So
I was wondering
it's
about that.
a little more neutral. A little neutral, but it is. It imparts a slight oak flavor, but not the American, punch you in the face with vanilla cream oak, which can really almost, I think, ruin Pinot in some cases.
You gotta be careful. Yeah.
It's a tricky thing, and he uses new oak, and it's a medium char, so they're not fire blasting the crap out of the oak, which is really good too, because that'll almost put too much on one spectrum, and if they don't char enough, it just completely screws it on another. So medium char Hungarian oak, and this is
Tasty.
I liked it.
Very
I was
tasty.
really impressed at the tasting room, and I wanted to see what it was like outside of the tasting room, outside of in country, which
Right.
The fact that we've all suffered. So.
And coming from the 09s, this is a lighter bodied wine, right? The intensity is down a couple notches.
And how
from
often
the
you
09s.
say that about an 06?
Yeah, exactly. Like, if you're looking for something that's like a lighter style in an 06, which is 06, which is surprising. Only other producer I've seen do 06s like that is Evesham Wood. Theirs were all like around 13% somehow.
Well, and I'm getting a great tannin feeling, like almost a grippiness. It's gripping.
But it's very late, very late.
It builds and it crests late, and so I was really happy with this wine. I was really stoked on this.
I'm just really liking these like tart blackberries come in. Like it's easy a good 2
like
seconds
a wild
after you drink it.
It's a wild. You picked it, and it's got a little of those leaves still stuck into them, so you get the tartness.
Yeah, it's really nice and full on acidity, like which I love in pretty much all the wines that I drink. But it lasts a long time, melts water, and keeps things really clean.
Still tasting.
I would never guess this was an 06 in a blind tasting.
Really? So
no, I would agree. I would say 07.
Yeah,
I would say 07.
or 5. Like the I get the like the tart cranberry rhubarb thing. A lot of 5s from that area, but
based on the color and the flavor, 07 for me. Yeah, but 05 I can totally see too. It's based on the acidity levels, man. Like.
And delicious, and it's really cool. Like when you discover a winery that you hadn't had before, something good. Thanks.
And the guy is super nice. The guy Mike is the assistant winemaker. He's the guy I talk to. He runs the tasting room. Friendly. He loves talking about wine, and so I like supporting those little guys.
Yeah.
And I tasted through their wines yesterday. I was like, this is really cool wine. This is interesting wine. So
it's delicious.
I like it. I'm pretty happy with it. So
89 points for me. I dig it. Definitely check it out. Solid price point again. So
80 plus. Delicious, no question. It's really good Pinot.
I'm going to go 90, A- for me. This would be a 90-pointer. It would just cusp the acidity for me, what you were hitting on. That acidity for me just really put it over the edge. And so I'm A- on this. This is really wonderful, wonderful wine to taste. So very happy.
Yeah.
Thanks for sharing it.
No problem. I'm more than happy to with you guys. So
good time, sweet show. Question of the day. Surprise.
That's you.
Yes.
Don't
Oh,
look at me.
God.
Don't look at me.
Third time on the show, I still can't figure the question of the day out. The question of the day, I think, would be when you're drinking wine, do you stop and take the time to think about what you're drinking, or are you enjoying wine for the fact that it is wine and good wine? Do you try to discern flavors, elements, tastes, whatever it may be? Or do you just drink it because you know it's good, you've had it before, etc., etc.? How do you approach wine? I'd just like to know that. I think it's fascinating. For everybody approaches it differently. You guys, me, we all do it. So
It also depends on circumstance, too.
completely. And so if there's a circumstantial thing,
There's times where
speak up,
Dan and I are
comment.
swinging for the fences, and there's times where it's really
Speak
cerebral.
up, comment on the
Come
video, comment on these guys,
happens.
give them some love, give them some respect,
Yeah, it's a good show. So
throw down.
thanks for watching.
See you guys next time.
Cheers.
Yeah.